Sweden, one of the most technologically advanced societies in the world, where the use of cash has become almost a relic of the past. Here, it's almost impossible to use cash even for the simplest purchases. Many older citizens find themselves left behind, holding banknotes that few are willing to accept. In India, a shock demonetization rendered 86% of the nation's currency suddenly worthless overnight, sending millions scrambling to exchange notes and exposing the fragility of physical money. Meanwhile, in the US, banks have quietly begun to limit cash withdrawals, making it harder for people to access their own money in physical form. These aren't science fiction headlines. They're our reality, unfolding in real time across the globe. All around us, cash is vanishing, replaced by digital payments that promise speed and convenience. The local coffee shop only takes cards now, a sign of how quickly things have changed. Even the city bus demands a digital pass. No coins, no bills, just a tap or a scan. At the grocery store, the self-checkout has no slot for notes, leaving cash users stranded. Each change seems minor, almost trivial, but together, they form a global shift that is transforming the very fabric of daily life. We're told this is progress. Cash is dirty, slow, and supposedly only used by criminals. Health concerns and efficiency are the new justifications. Digital is marketed as clean, fast, and modern, a symbol of a forward-thinking society. But who truly benefits from this so-called upgrade? Is it the average person or those who control the digital infrastructure? The disappearance of cash isn't organic. It's a top-down revolution, orchestrated by those with the most to gain. Powerful alliances of tech, finance, and government are pushing us onto digital platforms, shaping the future of money behind closed doors. These platforms aren't neutral. They're privately owned, state-surveilled, and hungry for your data at every transaction. Every tap of your card creates a data point: who you are, where you are, what you buy, and when you buy it. This data is a commodity, a tool for influence, marketing, and even control over your financial behavior. The war on cash is fought not with armies, but with algorithms, policies, and payment terminals, shaping society in subtle but powerful ways. It promises frictionless convenience, but the friction it removes is our anonymity, our privacy, and our independence. Cash lets you transact without permission, without oversight, and without leaving a permanent record, a freedom that's easy to take for granted. The silent retreat of paper and coin is the quiet loss of a freedom we may not appreciate until it's gone, a freedom that once seemed unshakable. We're not just changing how we pay, we're changing what money is, and fundamentally altering our relationship to it, perhaps forever. The shift is subtle, almost invisible, but the consequences are profound and far-reaching. The world is quietly closing the door on a kind of freedom we barely notice, until it's lost, and we find ourselves locked out. The question is, will we realize what we've lost before it's too late to turn back? This isn't random drift, it's a coordinated global march, unfolding in real time across continents and cultures. Governments and corporations are engineering the decline of cash, funneling commerce through digital toll gates that they control and monitor. In Europe, strict limits on cash transactions force everyday activity into the banking system, making it nearly impossible to operate outside digital oversight. In France and Spain, cash payments over €1,000 are illegal, pushing even small businesses and individuals into digital compliance. These laws are sold as crime-fighting tools, but in practice, they criminalize ordinary cash use and erode personal freedom. In the US, banks file reports on suspicious cash transactions, creating a climate of fear and suspicion around using your own money. ATMs are disappearing from neighborhoods, and withdrawal limits are tightening, making access to cash more difficult with each passing year. It's a slow squeeze, a new regulation here, a cashless store there, gradually making cash less available and less accepted. Each step is justified: efficiency, security, hygiene, but the pattern is clear. Convenience is used as a cover for control. The goal is simple: make cash not just inconvenient, but eventually impractical, until it fades from daily life. The public infrastructure of cash is being dismantled, replaced by private, permission-based digital alternatives that can be restricted or denied. Every transaction becomes mediated, monitored, and monetized, leaving a permanent record, open to scrutiny. The march is global, systematic, and accelerating, touching every corner of the world and every aspect of our lives. The destination is clear, a world where every payment is tracked, analyzed, and privacy becomes a relic of the past. The question remains, do we want to live in that world, or is it time to reconsider the cost of convenience? Who truly stands to gain from a cashless world, and what does it mean for the rest of us? At the heart of this transformation are three powerful forces: big states, big finance, and big tech, each with their own motives and ambitions. Governments crave oversight and control. Digital money promises perfect tax collection, real-time tracking, and the ability to monitor every transaction, no matter how small. Banks are driven by profit, while cash transactions are free. Digital payments generate endless streams of fees, boosting their bottom line with every swipe or tap. Big tech is after data. Integrating payments into their platforms completes the map of your life, letting them predict, influence, and monetize your every move. Together, these giants are building a system where every transaction becomes a data point, a source of revenue, and a new opportunity for surveillance and control. They collaborate openly, pushing digital currencies and promoting financial inclusion, which often means onboarding everyone into their tightly controlled ecosystem. Policies increasingly favor digital payments, penalize the use of cash, and sell us a story of progress and convenience, while quietly eroding our privacy. But the real story is one of unprecedented surveillance, centralized control, and the loss of personal autonomy. These unelected architects are designing a future with no room for cash's anonymity, privacy, or the freedom it once offered. The blueprint for this new world is public, but the true consequences remain hidden in the fine print and behind closed doors. The question remains, are we truly ready to live in the world they are creating for us? Cash is more than paper, it's privacy, permissionless, and peer-to-peer. Buy a book with cash, and it's just you and the seller. No data trail, no surveillance. This privacy isn't just for criminals, it's a foundation of a free society. Cash lets us dissent, explore, and act without being watched. In a digital world, every payment is logged, analyzed, and potentially weaponized. Cash is a shield against corporate and state overreach. Lose it, and every aspect of your life, beliefs, habits, relationships, becomes transparent to the system. Cash is public infrastructure, a check on private power. To lose it is to lose a crucial buffer for privacy and autonomy. Sweden is the poster child for cashless living. Bank branches refuse cash, even the homeless use card readers. But beneath the surface, the elderly, rural, and immigrants are left behind. Technical glitches and outages leave people powerless. When the system says no, there's no alternative. In India, demonetization wiped out 86% of cash overnight, devastating millions who relied on it. Small farmers, vendors, and laborers lost savings and livelihoods. The informal economy collapsed, supply chains broke, and chaos reigned. Digital payment companies thrived, but the poor paid the price. Both countries show the risks: exclusion, fragility, and loss of control. When cash disappears, so does your fallback. The lesson die do ende when der amanat sachen der stachen indeed der cashri. Society is efficient until it isn't. When the system fails, who gets left behind? The war on cash isn't just about digital payments, it's about programmable money. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. CBDCs let governments write rules into your money. It can expire, be restricted, or spent only at approved places. Negative interest rates, instant freezes, targeted controls. Programmable money makes them possible. Central banks are developing these tools now. The head of the BIS says CBDCs give absolute control over money's use. Dissenters could be punished instantly. Protest, and your funds are frozen. Cash's anonymity is a safeguard. Programmable money is a leash. In a cashless world, control is total, and freedom is conditional. History warns us, when states control money, freedom shrinks. In the Soviet Union, cash fueled black markets. Economic autonomy in a controlled system. With programmable digital money, those markets would vanish. Every transaction blocked unless approved. In Cyprus, 2013, digital savings were seized overnight to bail out banks, because money in the bank isn't really yours. Cash under the mattress can't be confiscated with a keystroke. Cash is an escape hatch from failing or predatory systems. In a cashless world, there's no escape. Your wealth is always at risk. The lesson: digital money is convenient, but fragile and vulnerable to abuse. Without cash, you're locked in, subject to the system's every whim. When money becomes a leash, autonomy disappears. The case for cashless is always convenience. Tap, swipe, done. But the price is privacy, autonomy, and resilience. We're told it's progress, but it's a false choice. Digital and cash can coexist. Cash is the emergency brake, the private alternative, the backup when systems fail. Once cash is gone, we're tenants in our own financial lives, dependent on banks and governments for permission to pay or be paid. Digital systems are fragile. Power outages, hacks, or bugs can halt everything. Cash works when all else fails. Trading freedom for a few seconds of convenience is reckless. The efficiency of cashless is brittle. The freedom of cash is robust. The real question: what are we willing to give up for convenience? The war on cash isn't over. Physical money still exists, but only if we use and defend it. Use cash, especially at local businesses. It's a vote for privacy and autonomy. Tell businesses and politicians you value cash as legal tender. Support movements fighting for cash access. Keep some cash at home. It's not paranoia, it's preparedness. Don't reject technology, but don't be captive to it. The fight for cash is about the society we want, one of surveillance or one of freedom. The choice we make now will echo for generations. The convenience of tap to pay is seductive, but the freedom cash represents is priceless. Once it's gone, it may never return. So hold the line.